Good day, it's Carl from Studio Incar. Slightly different camera setup today. Let me know what you think, whether it's better, whether it's worse, whether you prefer it, whatever, in the comments. The MK7 Golf, this one back here. As you well know, I have a Mark 7.5R. This is a Mark 7.5R. We get asked an awful lot about the Audison G7 kit that was discontinued really quickly sort of after it was released. All right, it was a great value system. It had front mid basses. It didn't have any tweeters. It used the OEM tweeters because it was a self-fit product. So it had a loom, an amp, a set of mid basses with a set of baffles, and a passive subwoofer enclosure which was in the boot. I wish they still made that passive subwoofer enclosure. It was specific to that kit. Even the driver was specific to that kit. I think the reason it doesn't exist anymore is because it was relatively high cost to manufacture and very low cost to sell, so it just didn't make good business. It was very popular at the time. We still get asked about it now. I've left it listed on our site because we can build a relatively equivalent system. It's actually better, but it does cost more money. This is a little bit beyond that, but I wanted to shoot this video just to show you that because that kit doesn't exist and because you can't buy it anymore, it doesn't mean you have to stop. You know, you can still reach certain levels. This is one of our sort of smaller systems in this Mark 7, but it came from the discussion about that G7 kit. All right, so let's take a little look at it. There isn't tons to see in this car. You're used to me saying that by now, because the ethos of these builds and these projects are about not seeing anything, just hearing stuff. We do have a couple of things to show you though. See if this new little camera can get into all those nooks and crannies. So in the boot, we've got Hertz DBA 201F. It's tiny, it's on a quick release. You can take that out of there in seconds. Now this is a Golf R, all right? So you have little to no scope for anything under the floor. Diff obviously presents a raised boot floor in the Golf R. In the GTI, you could possibly get away with it, but they have full size, or shall I say they're space saver spares, but they're a full 19-inch sort of spare. So getting anything in there is a little bit trickier. That works perfectly fine in there. And to be fair, you don't have to remove it. It's tiny. The amount of bass that adds to this system is significant. If you're used to upper level car audio systems and you're running some sort of, I don't know, like a JLW6 or something like that, 10 or 12 in a sealed box, or it's 518 in an IB in an IB rig, then obviously something like a compact active subwoofer enclosure isn't going to be your bag. But in a system like this, the 201F at 349 absolutely knocks, and it adds significant output to this system with real world decent sub bass. So yeah. Up front, we've got the new Audison AV K6S, so the Voce 2 new setup in these doors. These doors are fully deadened, so they've had inner and outer door skins, the outer door panel itself and the back of the door card. And the mid bass is in here. You won't be able to see it, but it is in there on one of our custom baffles. The tweeters are in the factory location, up on the pillar there, with a plastic surround that we have made and then welded to the back of the pillar. And I'll be able to show you the amplifier as well. All of the integration in this car is done, behind the factory radio. So it's all the work gets done behind the dash. It's a little tricky to do, but relatively straightforward. This amplifier, this seat is all the way back at the moment. So this amplifier, you usually don't see it. We've still got access to the loom here because we're still setting up, so we'll tuck that cable in and then that flap goes over. But that's where the amplifier sits, underneath the seat. When the seat is in its position, you don't see anything, no feet are going to hit that. It's got plenty of clearance under there, and the seat can go all the way down without touching the amp. So yeah, but yeah. Oh, and this bass controller, Jamie designed and printed this just so he can control his sub bass on the fly. Some tracks you play are going to be a little bit thin because that's the way they were recorded, and you can just bump up the bass a little bit. Other tracks are going to be fat because they've been recorded as such, and you can turn it down a little bit. So those after the G7 kit, and if it's something you've seen it's attractive to you, if it's no longer available but you're not stitched up, you can still do something. You can do something, you know, less expensive than this. So something with Audison APK, P, don't use the other ones, just you always use the P's in that line. A loom, an amplifier, simple DSP amplifier, so you get control of the way that it sounds, which is easily the most important thing. And then that active sub box, you can spend sort of sub 1,500 quid and have a great upgrade over stock. You know, a really good starter system with DSP, so you get control, you know, and it all works OEM. So you can, all of your factory control and CarPlay and how you use your car, nothing needs to change. Of course, you can have a you know, sub bass controller in there. You can turn up and down. You can put that wherever you want. So if you use that little pocket, then, you know, put it somewhere else. Put it in the pocket by your right knee, sort of thing. So yeah. Anyway, a relatively quick one today, but I just wanted you all to know, Golf 7 owners, I am one of you, and it stitched me up as well. So yeah, but you're not dead in the water. All right. I'm Carl's for Studio Incar, and this is Frankie's Mark 7.5. It's a lovely car. Take it easy.